Now that your mentoring relationship is off to a good start, let's think about what you will have your intern do during the internship. In this video, we'll discuss how to identify tasks and learning goals for your intern. Having clear ideas about what your intern wants to learn will help you identify appropriate activities to foster your intern's professional growth. Plus, interns may experience greater satisfaction with the internship when they accomplish the goals they set out to achieve. Here we provide 3 steps for working with your intern to define their learning goals.
Step 1. Gather and share information. During the first week of internship, set aside time to learn about your intern's relevant experience and career aspirations. You will want to ask about coursework and campus involvement, relevant employment or volunteerism, career interests, and personal and professional development goals. Your goal is to understand what experiences and skills your intern is bringing to the internship and what knowledge and skills they want to develop. Some interns will have very clear and focused interests. So what are your goals for the internship?
I want to develop a program aimed at youth at risk for them to develop better coping mechanisms.
Some will articulate many interests. So what are your goals for the internship?
I want to develop an after-school program for youth.
I'd like to raise awareness for the Latinx community in mental illness, and I'd like to
Others may have vague interest or difficulty generating interests. So what are your goals for the internship?
I don't know. I just want to help people.
Regardless of where your intern falls, your task is to facilitate opportunities for your intern to explore their interest in the field. Recall from video 1 the importance of ongoing orientation for your intern. Now that you understand their professional interests, help them discover how the opportunities at your workplace could map onto those interests. By knowing what opportunities are available to them, interns can better identify what they want to do and learn over the course of the internship.
Step 2. Identify learning priorities. After sharing information, work with your intern to develop a list of potential learning priorities for the internship. Learning priorities should be focused on what the intern wants to gain from the internship experience and may fall into one or more broad domains of field-related knowledge. What should an intern know? For example, increased knowledge of Alzheimer's disease. Professional skills. What should an intern know how to do, such as compose professional progress notes? Career and professional development. What career competencies should an intern develop? For example, identify the steps to become a licensed social worker. Personal development. What personal attributes should an intern enhance, such as confidently express ideas during staff meetings? When identifying intern learning priorities, consider the responsibilities and activities of entry-level positions within your organization. What would someone in X position need to know to execute their job effectively? What skills would they use? What personal qualities facilitate success on the job?
Remember that the intern is a new learner and take care to identify responsibilities that are within the realm of what a novice could accomplish with support. Ideally, over the course of the internship, the intern will grow in skill and be able to independently carry out many of the responsibilities of entry-level professionals in your organization. Meaningful learning priorities are ones that help the intern develop professional skills and competencies that prepare them for their next career steps. Work with your intern to identify learning priorities that extend their academic training, map to standards in the field, and foster marketable skills. Learning priorities should not be simple tasks that you might find on a to-do list that an intern can accomplish in one take with little effort. Rather, they reflect meaningful career-related outcomes that engage multiple skill sets and require sustained effort over a period of time to accomplish. Some learning priorities will be short-term, such as gain knowledge of a client referral process. Other learning priorities will be long-term, such as plan and execute a social services fair. Regardless of duration, the learning priority should represent an accomplishment that is significant to the intern's development.
Step 3, crafting learning goals. Now that you have identified learning priorities that are relevant and meaningful to the internship, it is time to craft those priorities into learning goals, clear statements of accomplishment or desired outcomes. For learning goals to be effective indicators of intern growth and development, they should be specific about what the learning or accomplishment will be and how progress will be measured. Say, for example, that you and your intern identify working directly with clients as an important learning priority. To turn this priority into an actionable learning goal, you will want to ask questions such as, what does working with clients mean or look like? Will the intern learn how to conduct intake interviews with clients or perform physical examinations with clients? Let's say you define working with clients as leading academic support groups for adult learners. You now want to consider what evidence will indicate that the intern has mastered the goal. Will leading one support group session accomplish the goal, or leading 5 sessions? An effective goal statement that is specific and measurable could be to independently facilitate the 8-session academic support group for adult learners. By crafting internship goals in specific and measurable terms, you and your intern can better track progress over time, as well as clearly communicate learning and accomplishments to relevant stakeholders, such as future employers.
Let's take an opportunity to practice crafting learning goals. Imagine that your intern identifies that they want to become better organized. What would you need to know in order to translate this learning priority into a learning goal statement? You would want to know in what ways or areas the intern would like to become organized. Is the challenge time management, planning, keeping paper files tidy? Now, selecting one of these areas, jot down what an effective goal statement might look like. You might say to complete at least 80% of tasks assigned each week, or to spend no more than 45 minutes per day engaged in off-task behavior, such as checking personal email, talking to coworkers, and so on, or to submit progress notes no later than 24 hours after client appointment.
Establishing learning goals can be a helpful strategy for focusing the internship and encouraging the intern's continued development. As the internship progresses, it may be necessary to modify the learning goals to accommodate the opportunities available, the intern's needs or interests, schedule demands, and so on. You may also find that a particular learning goal has not been achieved by the end of internship. All of this can be expected given the dynamic nature of internships and workplaces. Help the intern to understand that achievement can be measured by how far they have come from where they started, not just in whether or not they reached each goal.